we just stated as far as the requirements that needs to be met before we agree to do this. I already set the record straight. I don't have any problem with it.
My opinion is we can move forward and do this for the next year, because of the sake of time right now. And it's not gonna be us that suffers, it's gonna be the whole city that suffers. And if you lose 1 year of it, you're gonna hurt the festival. If we just
Well, you're still saying we're gonna hurt it, but nobody's talking about what amendments to be
I'm saying
made
we
to
can sign a contract
the
now,
ordinance.
But we need to move forward. If we're not in agreement, we need to move forward with this thing quick.
Oh, okay.
And so we can get it going. Now, I know that y'all have created a committee, but right now, the only people that have the knowledge of how to do a Whistle Stop Festival is Mr. Cruz.
And the Exchange Club.
And the Exchange Club. And they have done it in the past. And
So if we, do not, and we can kind of move on. If we don't move as far as the resolution is concerned and just enter into a contract with Mr. Cruz's organization, that will be fine too.
we do that. This resolution that Terry brought up about checking the books, if we can check, it's a city ordinance, now that has to remain.
Oh, yeah, right, that's fine. But as far as contracting with Mr. Cruz,
We can do it.
just this year, based on what you were saying, as far as time is concerned, because believe it or not, we've been talking about this since what, February?
Anywhere.
Definitely the early part of the year.
I just think we need to move forward tonight, so we will have a pretty good decent festival this year.
I don't think we need to move forward without amendment to this resolution. We can move forward with entering into a contract with Mr. Cruz, but unless conditions are met based on the amendments that are made.
Well, Mr. Cruz is here, let's just ask him if he's agreeable to this. Can we do that, Charlie? Sure, absolutely. Let's ask him if he's agreeable to it.
To a contract,
Chris?
to a contract for this year. For this,
We could agree to meet with the board. The board is here. We can't do it tomorrow, the scheduling conflict, so that would be Friday. We could agree to meet with the mayor on Monday, and we could go over some of these items and see if we could get a contract in place.
I would like for the council president to be included in that also.
Okay, all right, that's fine. It's the mayor's authority, it's my understanding, to negotiate contracts, but I don't care. Everybody can show up to that.
Well,
That's fine.
we haven't agreed to authorize the mayor to contract as of yet.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. As a point of order, if we could read the ordinance that Terry cited, I believe that only applies to organizations seeking money from the council. We are not seeking money from the council.
We put money up and have to.
And we have not done that this year. There's a need line item is at zero.
Okay, all right. Let's get back in order, if you don't mind.
Would you be open to allowing the council to look at the books irrespective of what they
No, no, I will not.
Okay. Just so everybody knows going forward.
He is not open. I'm sorry.
Not allowing you to look at the books.
Okay, all right. Mayor, could we, since we need to get back in order here, can we kind of speak with Mr. Cruz on the side and decide, and Councilman London, and see if we could kind of work something out with Mr. Cruz based on what you stated due to time? I mean, you and Councilman London and James.
Well, two of us can meet with, two council.
Right, I understand that. I understand.
We can meet tonight if he knows.
Yeah, that's fine.
Might have time to meet between now and then.
Right, that's why I'm trying to get back in order,
I'd
so.
be glad to meet with you.
Okay,
If I could just say one thing in less than a minute.
okay.
What you were proposing about a contract for this year and allowing the mayor to enter one, and what Charlie was proposing, that's perfectly acceptable to me, just so I can say it to get this one done this year, then the council can address.
Just for this year.
Just for this year, a contract, yes, I'm completely in agreement with that and have no problem. To me, we should just amend it to authorize the mayor to enter into a contract with them to put on this year.
The mayor and the council president.
If that's, well, look, Is that legal to say? Okay.
You said that there.
Okay. I know he can have input, it's just the mayor's the only one can sign contracts under state law. So I think it has to say the mayor, but include the council
He would
president on
sign, you can
negotiations.
authorize, you can authorize, the mayor to sign a document that has been approved by the mayor and the president of the city council. You can do that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, all right. Moving forward, we'll just meet with Mr. Cruz between now and council meeting, all right? Okay, thank you. All right, next item, since we talked about the Worcester Festival, that concludes our items on the,
I'm sorry, Mr. President, I believe the mayor wanted, did you want that real estate contract added to the agenda?
No, I can't do it. Let me explain.
Okay, in that case, excuse me, but we don't have one.
We have a, real estate contract that's gonna be presented at next council meeting. Found out it's a 772 deal to stay, and we have to give a week's notice in the biggest newspaper in the area. So we're putting it out in the Birmingham News, it'll come out Sunday, we can't do it for the next council meeting.
okay.
That's why
We,
I'm away.
we don't need a special council meeting to do that?
Monday's the earliest we can do it, and regular council meeting's Tuesday.
Before we conclude our pre-council meeting, I have a guest here. I've been trying to get before the council. I think everyone knows about the idea that I came up with right after we attended the Alabama League of Municipality, as far as getting into the social media world. Ms. Brantley, if you don't mind, could you come up? I apologize for not speaking with you beforehand. I got so much going on, as you can see.
I'm a big girl.
I wasn't.
Not a big girl, but an old girl.
I wasn't ignoring you back there.
I know he wears a red hat. He's online at Google, and I Google most of y'all today. Where can I go?
Hey, you know what? You don't have to Google me. All you have to do is go to certain websites, anything you want. You'll find out everything you need about me.
Can I approach him?
Yes, yes. Come on forward, please. I think I'm the only one up here that has a
Everybody
pass.
got a copy? This is a fresh copy.
That's what I need, because I had to read mine
I do not
online.
have
I do that with paper.
Yeah. And let me go ahead and give you this. I'm going to make this real short. This is not a, I will tell you that I Googled most everybody here. Actually, I Googled first, interesting people in Irondale.
That's most of us out.
No, it's most of them here. I've met a lot of people that wear Santa hats and they film and they do all kinds of things. So, Mr. Cruz, I've read about you some. So, if you're interested, just Google yourself, Google your city, Google the activities that go on. It's pretty interesting what you find out. And it's also pretty interesting that your name may come up with someone else's and you didn't commit that crime. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. And an expert in SEO, and I'll consider myself an expert, and I'll tell you more later, can find things out about you that you may not want anybody to know, or find things out about the city that someone else should know, such as someone wanting to do business here. So positive SEO or positive content and consistent content is what we need to have. So any negative review or comment, it takes at least 2 positive comments to neutralize that. So what is NAP? NAP is name, address, and your personal information. Needs to be consistent across the board. Everything. You have someone writing, you have a new website, excuse me. We have redirects right now, or errors in the new website from the old website. So that hurts our standing in search. We want people to know that we're here. We want people to know about the city. We want to drive people to the city. We want to encourage them to come here and do business. We want to encourage them to come here and live. So positive SEO, which is organic, if you don't know, you might have heard of SEO before. It's organic, original, compelling, relevant, and consistent. So we want to send a consistent message all the time. Here's my card. There we go. And that's our team. A little bit about myself. I'm a widow. 2 years ago, my husband passed away and left me without a job, income, or any savings because I took care of it. I was in the physical real estate business, so I know a lot about city government, but I don't like really working in city government. I know a lot about real estate, but I don't want to work in real estate anymore. That was hard. But I felt like if I could market physical real estate, then I might be able to market internet real estate. And that's what we have here. Your domain is basically a piece of your real estate. Anybody else like what it is? Got it, everybody? I'm going to leave these here. The proposal is to put together a content marketing strategy that has newsletters going out monthly and a digital newsletter going out monthly as well, and then a newsletter, or any way the city would want to put that together. So there's several opportunities there. And the budget can be moved, it can be changed, but basically that's what it is. It's just a big push for the city. Very positive. Third party, all the content is, as we would see it as reporters, as the council members would report it to us, we would lightly edit it, make sure that everyone had an opportunity to have their own column. We would publish that to a blog. I don't know if you know what that is, but a blog is, each page on a blog is actually a new web page. So we would optimize your content and link it to the proper places it needed to be, or where you told us you wanted it linked. And really push the city out there. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Councilman Sanderson?
I just had one. I heard you correctly. You said the monthly digital newsletter and also, did you say a monthly print newsletter? Is that
That's quarterly.
Okay.
You have a digital newsletter, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I saw the quarterly
Right.
for
And
printing
those
here, and I
numbers-
thought you said monthly, so I wanted to
I'm
just
sorry.
verify which was it. No problem. I just want to make sure what was accurate.
Okay.
Those quarterly newsletters, are they gonna be distributed, to the residents of the city, or just something you're gonna publish in boxes?
No, it's distributed based on your addresses that you give us. We'll take care of it. Take care of it.
So you got the money, you got the postage covered.
Yes, and that's a very tight budget. We want your business. We want to do some good things here. So we have 7 on our team. It was just myself, and everyone on our team is new. They're all training. We've taken people that didn't have jobs and gave them jobs.
And then your budget proposal, the numbers that you gave us per month would still have those same first-time fees on top of that?
No, sir. The first time fee is set up and you're out.
So it's covered in
Yes,
your
sir.
monthly budget?
No, it is a one-time setup.
It is, so what I mean is if we're looking at the total cost for a year, we'd be looking at 29 plus about 2,500 for those
That is
3
correct.
one-time fees, right?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
I have a
Anybody else?
question. Yes, I know the city of Prattville, I think, most of the council members were in the meeting, that we had pertaining to social media. City of Prattville, they have a fantastic social media, thing going with their city and also with their website. I know Mr. Washington, he's the content manager now, and, based on some of the things that's out there, would this include Twitter and Instagram and some of the other options that I believe the city could get into and start, you know?
Right, your content on your website is great, but it needs to be turning. I mean, if we would work with whoever your content manager is to optimize that content and keep it turning so it's something new all the time. And we can write, we're talking about a festival, if this then that, we write recipes to push the social media out to whatever portal we want it to go to. You may not want to tweet it, but if you do, we write those recipes for you.
I just got a new Twitter account, so
Oh,
that's
there you go.
And
more
Instagram.
people will be. I mean, that's the way we're communicating.
Could you provide a list of references to our city clerk?
Sure, and it's on the back.
Okay.
Those like samples, we branded
Okay,
swag.
these could be, I see the
Joe's
brands,
Italian,
but
yeah.
it doesn't say they could be used as
And
references.
anybody on there could be used as
Okay.
reference, and I'll give the contact information.
Sure, that's fine, I just wanted to make sure, you mentioned the city of Prattville, so that's a good group to check.
No, I don't.
No. We were in a meeting at the state, at the municipality conference.
Oh, okay. I
And the city of
misunderstood. I thought
Prattville,
This lady was the same one.
no, the young lady at the city of Prattville, actually the city clerk, the admin or something she was, she handles the social media, piece for the city.
And you may have great content managers here, I'm not aware.
Yeah.
But Our proposal is to aggregate that content and make sure that it's consistent.
Right.
It's coming from one voice. And if we hit a bump in the road and something doesn't look right, we're calling someone saying, hey, we need to straighten this out. We need to get verification on this. Is this a fact? Is this really something we want anybody to see?
I'm Donna Pike, and from one big girl to another, welcome. You've been a long time coming. There's been so much stuff put out about everybody, and we need the positive. We need for people to know what's
It's the only way to
going
go.
on. Everything from the striking out with little things to big things that we've worked so hard, and all we seem to get is the other side. And so thank you for coming, and I think you are doing a wonderful service for all the cities or whoever you work for. You're doing a wonderful
Yes,
service.
ma'am. I
So thank
appreciate
you
that.
so
And
much.
y'all have got a great group of folks here. I mean, I have just been howling in the back just because they're just,
Thank you,
they're
Ms.
all over the
Bradley.
road. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Thank you so much. That concludes our pre-council meeting. Mayor, if you don't mind, we'll meet with Mr. Cruz. Mr. Council London? If you don't mind.